Why Tupac Amaru Shakur is a prophet? Well, a lot of people don't know that Tupac Shakur wasn't his name at birth. At birth, he was given the name Lassane Parrish because his mother feared for his life, and she really felt like he was Jesus, and the government was like King Herod when they was chasing and looking for Jesus, or Yahshua, as I would like to say it, and he had to flee into Nubia, which is Egypt, for hiding for many, many years, and he went through the mystery school systems and all that. But he wasn't born Tupac Amaru Shakur. And also, a lot of people don't know that Tupac is named after an Inca warrior from Peru that fought against the Spaniards. Tupac's name means shining serpent, thankful to Allah, or thankful to God. Why I would say Tupac is a modern day prophet is because, like, back in the days, most prophets, especially during the time of Yahshua, aka Jesus, they didn't live that long. Even Jesus died at 33, so Tupac died years before him, as far as age-wise. And Tupac just seemed like he had a certain spiritual, cosmic connection, and he knew what he wanted out of life, and he knew what it took to get it. He may have got indulged in earthly desires because he's on earth. Like he said in one interview, how can I be an angel around demons? That's like suicide. But for him to only do all those things within 5 years, it definitely had a prophetic aura around his life. His energy, his charisma, just the way he viewed life was very unorthodox. And most people who view life like that are very conflicted artists because it's art imitating life and life imitating art. He felt like he had to live out his lyrics and live out his songs in real time, even though he had experienced both situations prior to him, becoming a rapper. During his career, he experienced more situations that enhanced his ability to talk about different topics, different subjects that drew people in because you could tell that he was very authentic and sincere. Tupac is a modern day prophet because 30 years later, we're still infatuated with Tupac and we still don't want him to die. We still want him to be alive. Never behind any other rapper. And I say rapper because, that's what he was. But I would even say entertainer at that time, to where people actually came up with all type of conspiracy theories and they coming up with all type of scenarios on how he could have faked his death, why he faked his death, who helped him out with faking his death. And Assata Shakur, God rest her soul, was Tupac's aunt. And so during that time, his whole career, she was in Cuba. And back in the day, she broke out of prison, escaped, and Fidel Castro gave her asylum in Cuba. And she was also the only woman on the FBI's most wanted list with $1 million bond. Tupac was a prophet because he could see the future. It's like he dealt with his intuition and he dealt with his clairvoyance and he shared it with the world. And he never really tried to force you to view life his way. No, he just gave his opinion, gave his perspective on why he looked at the world like that. And if you agreed with him, you could. If you didn't, oh well. But Tupac touched so many lives and continues to touch so many lives, even in his passing. Tupac is alive and well to this day. He has one of the most enormous catalogs for deceased artists. You know, he put out so many projects after he left the world. You know, the family estate. So, and then you got to really think about and calculate, like, wow, how many songs was he doing every day to have that many songs compiled? But yet, he still had time to go to the club. He still had time to have fun. He still had time to go to the movie set. He still had time to spend with his family, be with his homeboys, you know, his rap group. So, to me, looking back, it seemed like time was moving slow back then in the 90s. It's like now, if he was alive, he probably would have had to live an extra 10 years just to get all those things done. But he was able to do that in a short amount of time. And this is part one on why Tupac Amaru Shakur is a modern day prophet. 1.